we had 20 years ago or 22 years ago, when the then Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. L.K. Advani, being the Home Minister, had moved a bill, which was an ordinance by that time, Prevention of Terrorist Ordinance, POTO. Subsequently, it became POTA. And that time, Lok Sabha, of course, passed it in a hurry. It got stuck up in Rajya Sabha. And then subsequently, for the second time, the joint session was called to pass the bill. And in Central Hall, we all debated again on this bill. That has reminded me. I'll come to that aspect a little later. But I would say the Central Procedure Identification Bill 2022 intends to replace the Identification of Prisoners Act 1920. This bill enables the police to collect fingerprints, photographs, iris scans, and a range of biological identity samples from individuals. If it authorizes the National Crime Record Bureau to create a central repository of this evidence and share it with law enforcement agencies. On the face of it, this 2022 bill appears to be broader, more modern version of its colonial predecessor. But is such a law too intrusive? That is the question which is being debated here in this House. Is such intrusion consistent with the Constitution? These are the two major questions that which needs to be discussed. Crime prevention, sir, is a core function of the government. But to be constitutionally valid, the law must be validly enacted, serve a legitimate purpose, and any curtailment of fundamental rights for this purpose must not be excessive. This is a delicate balance act, usually achieved by narrowing the scope of intrusive provisions and introducing safeguards to prevent abuse. As intrusion into an individual's right increases to combat crime, laws must put in place stronger safeguards to prevent abuse. Curiously, this bill has gone the other way. It allows the police to collect samples not only from convicts, but also those arrested or even detained under any preventive detention law. This blanket provision between local gunda detained when a dignitary is visiting or those convicted by terror offenses. More worry.
All right, that is discussions there going on in the Lok Sabha of the Criminal Procedure Identification Bill at this point. But